Hello. I just did a full face of makeup at the Ulta store, just from scratch, like nothing on my face, all it cosmetics. So if you want to see how I put it on and which products I use for this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I was actually at Ulta yesterday, the previous day, and went ahead and tried out the makeup. Because I'm so allergic, I normally do a full application and then just see if my face breaks out in like some type of a rash within a couple hours and wear it a few hours. So I went in, and these are all the products that I put on for this face of makeup. Right here, this palette, these are all the shades that I wore.
And Wonder. So I use that blush, that under the eyes, that is a highlighter, a little bit of contour. So I use Blonde Brow Power Perfector, and then I used Universal Warm Blonde Little Skinny Pencil. So I used Ruby Kisses. Alright, great. And then Perfect Red Lip Liner.
Detour to the perfume section. I love Pacifica All Natural Organic perfume. It's my favorite. Had to put some on. So I decided I loved this makeup at Cosmetics and that I had to have some when I woke up this morning after testing it yesterday. So first thing this morning, I went back to the Ulta store to make sure they didn't sell out of the products that I used or anything like that. Made sure that I went ahead and got it. So went back to put on that medium CC cream with a SPF 50, and then I decided to try a different concealer. This one right here, which is that waterproof medium concealer. I had read about it and researched online last night, all about the cosmetics, and I decided I've got to try the waterproof because my other one is always fading out and kind of wimping out on me. I normally use the MAC NC25, so I thought, let me try that waterproof. And it's fantastic. It's creamy, it's moisturizing, and it feels really, really good on. So that's what I'm putting on right now. I'm doing, not only under my eyes, but kind of that V that goes down, that highlights that whole area. And I went down, of course, the Howdy Doody lines or smile lines, and had done my chin a second ago. So here it is. I've laid down, these are what the palette looks like on my hand. And so now I'm just blending it a little bit more with my finger and kind of letting it settle for a second. And then going back and blending. So I decided to go ahead and try the medium CC cream SPF 50 powder on just half of my face, because I hadn't really tried the light, and so I wanted to do like head to head, to have a contest to see which side would win. So on this side of my face, I went ahead with the medium, and then on this side of the face, I went ahead, this is the light, you can see that there, and that way I can just check. They're so close. It was just really hard to decide, especially if you're a little bit tan or a little less tan. I could almost use both of them depending on like how tan I am that day. So I'm still looking like which side wins. So the girl gives me the mirror so I could go ahead and take a look. And I finally asked, one of the makeup artists there, like, which side does she vote for? It was so hard to pick, and so I went with the light. Actually, they're both really close. The medium would be great if I was more tan. So anyway, I voted for the light. Okay, so there it is. I got the two smaller ones to really try them out, and then I went with the light powder right here because I love it. It's so hard to pick. There's so many great products. And so here is that Universal Taupe eyebrow pencil, and it actually is a wonderful color. I absolutely love this color. Goes on great. It's a little bit thicker tip, so I'm showing that there, yes. Yeah, it is a little thicker, so I'm trying to blend it, and so it works great on the brow. But yeah, like on that little, when you go out and do the wings of your eyebrows, you kind of have to use the side basically. So here I grabbed the lip liner called Perfect Red and started lip lining my lips. And I go ahead and actually every time after I finish my eyebrows, I always do my lips next, and I always do my eyes last. And the reason is because you kind of set the precedent for the intensity basically, and then you fill your eyes in after. It's like, these are my eyebrows, these are my lips, and then where to go from there. So here it is, Perfect Red. Next, I grabbed the gloss Ruby Kisses. I love this gloss. It's so beautiful. I just think it's the prettiest color. It's so vibrant. It has a sparkle in it, and I just think it's gorgeous. So, of course, I had to put that on. Next, I grabbed this little quadrant. I love it. It has the blush, it has the contour, and of course it's so hard to put it on with the brushes, with no brushes basically. I just use a little cotton pad, and so I'm using the contour from that little quad. And it actually, you can put it on pretty well, and the blush color is so pretty. It's just such a beautiful rose pink basically on the cheeks. I love it. It's very natural, I think, once you put it on. It's pretty sheer. So again, I just use that little puffy square that they have there. It's so much easier when you have your fancy makeup brushes, but anyway, I didn't have them, so I was just trying to keep it clean, and I don't like to use the samples there or anything like that. I feel like the brushes are dirty. So I'm using the highlighter, and I just kind of pat that on, and it's really easy to blend the makeup. I found that the consistency was highly pigmented and it was also buttery, so it did blend really well. It wasn't chalky or difficult to blend or anything like that. So I'm just kind of checking it, and then I went back to the palette. I love this little palette. It has some great natural eyeshadows, and so I just used this kind of natural pink color basically on the lids as a base, and then I went ahead with this kind of a yellow shade basically. It's a matte, and I put that under the eyebrows just as a base, and then I went back with this brown color basically right on the lid to do a light smoky eye for day. I love smoky eyes. I have hooded lids, so I always use the dark smoky eye just because they're so hooded that I feel like it brings out my eyes a little bit more. And then I'm just kind of blending it because it's so hard to put it on with that applicator, but hey, it's doable. And then just kind of blend it with a little cotton square. And then also the finger always works well. So this eyeshadow palette does have an illuminator, which is kind of a sparkly, beautiful color. So I just went and dabbed a little on top of my eyelids. So anyway, now I'm moving on to the eyeliners. I sprayed up everything with alcohol, by the way, and just kind of cleaned it off on the tissue as best I could. So I did the black, the No Tug Gel Waterproof, and I went ahead and put that on the waterline. And then I used, after the black, I went ahead to that brown. It's like, I believe, I forget the name of it, like espresso brown. And I did that on the top of the lid, and I love that espresso brown color. So yeah, the whole top and a little bit underneath as well. And I put it right over that eyeshadow. And then I took a clean applicator and went back and just smudged it with a little bit of that brown eyeshadow again, just to go ahead and give it a softer, smudgier look basically. And it really lasts. Like once you do that, that stays on all day. It doesn't come off at all. So then I took this mascara, the Superpower, which I love. I went ahead and got that yesterday actually. the small sized one to try it out and see how I like it, and I love it actually. So I also I grabbed their little spoolie thing, and I'm using the store sample, which is always kind of I'm always a little concerned like if it's how clean it is, but anyway, so I'm putting that on. And this mascara is fantastic. It wore all day, it didn't flake, and a lot of times the fumes of mascaras really irritate my eyes. This had no fumes that bothered me. So I love it. I'm just like looking at the look and seeing, you know, again, the light or the dark, like which is the better side based on the powder. And there's the eyes, how they turned out. So they're very a light, natural, smoky eye, I think, for day. I love the lining all the way around the eye. I think it looks really pretty, and so I love it. I'm so in love with this makeup.
Okay.
So this is what I bought. So I'm outside of Ulta right now, and I just got my little bag of It Cosmetics, so I really love it, and it looks great out here in the natural light, so I'm really excited. And the other thing is I have sensitive skin, which I've mentioned before, and I wore this last night and it didn't hurt at all. It's fantastic, and it really does feel like you have nothing on your face. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm out here in the parking lot right now. I really love this makeup. It looks so good, even out here. Like, it's kind of overcast today because it was raining. But I think it looks fantastic. So on this side is the medium, and then this side's the light. So I bought the light. I think it looks great. I bought the medium CC cream, but with the light CC SPF 50 powder on top. So the whole face is medium of the CC cream tinted moisturizer CC cream, and then the powder that I bought was the light CC cream powder, but that's only on this side of the face. And then on this side of the face is actually the medium, but the girls inside voted for this light, so that's what I bought. I think it does look better out in the natural light. So anyway, that was fun. It's fun doing like a little makeup challenge, going in and trying to do like a whole face of makeup with a brand new makeup line, just using those little applicators. So anyway, that was really, really fun, and I'm out doing my errands today, so now I have to go to the bank. Of course, I have to look in my car light before I take off. It looks good. I even like it in the car. Yeah, definitely this light powder looks the better side. Awesome. A beautiful rainbow. It's been raining. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Back at my home now, and I even walked like 4 blocks. It started raining today, and so I walked all the way down the street with this makeup on in the rain, walked all the way back, and I took my hair out of the bun, just kind of Brocco Hearn style, basically let it go. Anyway, this makeup is great because look, I always have dark circles, and that waterproof really held up all day long, even in the rain, like even getting sprinkled on. So I'm so happy with it. My face is comfortable, and it really does feel like nothing's on. So anyway, yeah, because usually makeup falls off after 2-3 hours, and this doesn't fade. So I think it's awesome. I'm really, really happy with it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and be sure and like and subscribe, and I have a lot more videos coming soon, very shortly.